One power, one power, one power, one power, one power, one power. There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth, as simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angels' wings or heaven's door. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the heart in you and me. One power, one power, one power. We speak so many languages, have different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. We'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, it's your sign, it's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. Oh, it's the power of the love in you and me. One power, one power, one power. Now join me. One power, one power, one power. Thank you.
Thank you, Grayson. That was the amazing Grayson Nierenberg singing One Power by Daniel Nahmad. He will be back during the service to bless us with original music. We're going to have an original chant that he did, where we're going to chant back with him. So it's going to be awesome. Thank you, Grayson. So welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Morristown, a vibrant community where love, joy, and inclusivity are at the heart of everything we do. Here we honor the unique journey of every soul, offering a place of healing, growth, and celebration. Together, we create an atmosphere of openness and love, where every person is seen, valued, and accepted, just as they are. My name is Lori Carlson. I am a licensed practitioner here at CSLM, and I want to thank you all for joining us, whether you're online, whether you're here in person, whether you're watching the live stream at a later time. We are grateful that you are here and part of this journey of shared wisdom, light, and transformation. If this is your first time, I don't see any first-timers here, but we do have welcome packets, and we offer you to get a free book if it's your first time. If you don't get our Constant Contact newsletter, please sign up in the back so we can keep you aware of what's going on. We have a lot going on here. We also have a website, which is cslmorristown.org. Like I said, I'm very happy to be working with Grayson. We often work together, and it's always such a joy to work with him. So the 2026 CSL theme is Open at the Top. And the monthly theme for January is Ancestral Wisdom, New Thought. My topic today is Giving and Receiving with Grace, participating in the law of circulation. So one of the ways we're going to participate is by participating in chants and participating as a community. I look forward to talking to you about that. But first, we are going to open. Oh, did I skip the opening treatment? I did, right? Oh my goodness. Okay. Grayson had me so wowed with his music that I forgot to do the opening treatment first. So let's just come into this awareness of oneness, into this awareness of community, into this joy and celebration that is the very truth of who we are. I recognize that there is only one power, as the song said, one intelligence, one creative givingness of the universe, and we are all a part of that. We are each unique manifestations of that one, and as such, we have access to all of our good. The universe wants us to receive good, but we need to participate in that flow. And so right here, right now, I affirm for each one here, each one listening, that we participate in that flow with joy, with grace, with generosity, and with gratitude. That we allow ourselves to be a blessing and to receive the blessings. The cyclical, circular energy of giving and receiving demonstrates through us, right here, right now. And how blessed are we to know this. And so with deep gratitude for this teaching that allows us to know this law and trust in this truth, with deep gratitude for this beautiful community, and for the spontaneous nature of being able to always get in the flow, I simply release this word into law, knowing that it cannot come back to me void, because as I think it, speak it, and do truly believe, so it must be. And so I invite you all to join me in saying, and so it is. Amen. See, the flow is the flow, even if it's out of sync. So I'm just going to tell you right now that my talk, I cut it up and stapled it back together and then recopied it. So I'm going to maybe be a little all over the place today. But you know what? That's simply the law in action, because I know that as I give my energy and my joy, that it comes back to me. And so I know it will be what it is. And so I'm grateful. But we're going to start. One thing we're going to do in order, okay, we're going to start with our namaste practice. And the namaste means the divinity within me recognizes and honors the divinity within you. And since we just heard one power, we just affirmed the law of circulation and the oneness of all of life and all of our participation in the one mind, I just want you to remember that as you turn to one another and say, namaste. Okay, so we are now going to participate with Grayson. He's going to lead us in Everything Flows chant with drum. So.
All right, so this is as new to me as it might be to you. I've never written I did once for here, but I think this one's going to be a little better. So I'm going to be playing, and I'm going to say the first line. Let's see if I can get the microphone. Check. Oops, on. I'm going to say the first line, and you'll repeat, and then we're going to do that line a few times. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 different lines, but we're just going to repeat each one a few times, so we'll go back and forth. So I'll say, as I give, so I receive, and you'll repeat.
As I give, so I receive.
And we'll do that a few times, and then we'll move to, I let life flow through me now.
I let life flow through me now.
The flow knows where to go.
The flow knows where to go.
Okay, so we have a few more after that, but that was good practice. All right, now we're gonna add the drum. So I'll go, as I give, so I receive.
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 I let life flow through me now.
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 The flow knows where to go.
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 I open my hands, I open my heart.
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 The universe works for me.
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 Everything comes back to 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 me.
Everything flows.
Everything flows.
Everything flows.
Everything flows.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Grayson. That was really lovely. It's great to all participate, right? It's great to be a community and to be interactive. We may have another interactive part, we'll see. My topic today is giving and receiving with grace, participating in the law of circulation. But first, I'm sorry, I just need to say, with everything that's going on in the world, I think that it's really important during this time, when things are difficult, to remember what we believe, to come back to principle, right? And one of our principles, what is it we believe? We believe in the law of cause and effect. The law of circulation is an aspect of that, but we believe in the law of cause and effect, and so I have to believe that with everything that's going on as a cause, that there will be a reciprocal effect. And I hope, I know, I trust that at some point, even if it's not in my time, in what I want, the timing that I want, that it will be for our greater good. Because that's what we believe, right? We believe in the universal good. We believe in the universe expressing as good for us. So I just want to remind us that in this time when it's difficult, when things are happening, that we need to embrace the principles even more and come into a place of deep faith in them and remind yourself of what it is you truly believe. Do you believe love is all there is? Do you believe God is everywhere? Do you believe in universal good? This is when it's really important to question that and to remember that. So I just wanted to start out by saying that. Because I believe in the law of cause and effect, and therefore I believe in the law of circulation. Because the law of circulation is an aspect of the law of cause and effect, right? We all know what that is. As you give, so you receive. Right. So we all understand that intellectually. I mean, it was in the Bible, and it's been spoken for generations and centuries, and it's part of indigenous wisdom. It's been around forever. But how much do you really believe it? How much do you embrace it, embody it, allow it? Because there's a big difference between understanding something intellectually and embodying it and feeling it inside in your heart. Anybody relate to that? Do you understand the difference between just like being able to say, yeah, this is what this means, and feeling it, right? And we know in this teaching that all power comes from the feeling, right? Even when we do spiritual mind treatment, we use words and we believe in the power of words, but we use them to elevate the emotion, to elevate the feeling. The feeling is what brings power to the words. So we have to remember that, and we have to allow for a deeper expression and a deeper understanding of this truth. Because that's how we participate in it. I'm going to talk some more about that, but first, from my experience, I always bring this back to me, right? I mean, we can only share from our experience. So one of the things that's really relevant for me in the law of circulation is that you have to be able to give, right? You can't give from an empty cup. You have to have. And one of the things that is important to remember in that is that we all have. We are all spiritual beings. We are all aspects of the divine. I didn't always believe that. I didn't always know that. I didn't always think that I had something to give. I mean, I'd give you, like half my coffee or something. I used to say, I'd share my last bag. I was, my addictions history. I would say I'd share my last bag. But it wasn't out of a belief that I was worthy or that the universe had my back. It was out of a belief that I wasn't worthy, that I had to give away what I had because that was the only way I had any self-worth, was to, I better give this, I better give that. And it wasn't with the faith that I give because it's all coming back to me. I didn't understand that. So there's a different energy to that. It's great to give, but you don't give and receive when you don't believe that, when you don't acknowledge that energy. So there's a whole level of self-worth and understanding who you truly are that is just inherent in that understanding of that energy. Because if you don't believe you're worthy of receiving, and you don't believe that you have anything worth giving, then how can you really be in that flow? How can you really demonstrate and embody that belief if you don't have a sense of self and a sense of understanding that you are one with the universe? You are one with spirit. You are inherently worthy. And what you have is a gift to the world. And the more you share it, the more you will receive. That's the law. That is a law. Okay. Ernest Holmes, I can't do no quotes. Sorry, guys. Ernest Holmes says, "It is only as we allow the divine current to flow through us, on and out, that we really express life. The law of giving and receiving is definite." There's no doubt, there's no question about, if I give, will I receive? No, it is definite, but it's only as we allow it to flow through us, on and out. It's only as we share it that we truly benefit from it and allow that process. So, I have spoken here a lot of times about filling your container, right? Filling your cup so that you have something to share. But today I'm going to use some different analogies. So what about if instead of a container that's open at the top, which is a great metaphor and a good image, how about if instead you trusted so much in the flow of abundance, in the flow of circulation, that you simply became a channel for it? Rather than a vessel that fills up and overflows, you're simply stepping into a current that is ever present, that is always going. You are just channeling that. You are channeling the giving and the receiving. It is flowing, it is happening, and you are just allowing it and participating in it. And anything that restricts anytime you restrict your giving, you restrict your receiving. And what restricts? Well, you restrict your giving when you give with fear, or out of obligation, or when you cling, like, oh my God, I can't let go of this because I don't know when I'll get another one. You give, when you get stuck in that consciousness of lack, which is what any kind of fear or clinging is. It's a consciousness of lack. It's not an abundance consciousness. An abundance consciousness says, I am provided for. The universe always provides. There is enough. No matter what my bank account says, no matter what's happening in the world, there is enough because I believe that spirit is my source. I believe that the true source of everything, of financial, emotional, physical, everything, is spirit. And when you truly know that, when you truly believe that everything is from spirit, everything is from spirit, then how can you not be provided for? How can you not know that when you are in that flow and when you give with joy and with grace, that more will come to you? That's just absolutely the way it works. It's a definite law, like Ernest Holmes says. I love this quote. Dennis Merritt Jones says, if you want more of whatever it is you desire, you have to first prove to the universe that you are capable of having it by developing a consciousness that affirms there is no shortage of it. The only way to do this is by creating a vacuum or space for it to be received. By letting go of what you do have, trusting that the universe knows what it is doing. By letting go and trusting that more will come. I love this. You have to prove to the universe by taking an action, right? You have to prove to the universe that you are capable of receiving. Because the universe is going to go, if you're blocked off and you're like, oh, clinging onto this, the universe goes, okay, no room for her to have anymore. She's stuck right there with what she has. If we want to be in the flow and be a channel, we have to let go and receive. We've been talking a lot about letting go here lately, right? We did the whole Thanksgiving, we did the whole month of November, we did the, giving away things that no longer served you. I talked about we let go of things in the burning bowl ceremony. We let go of what no longer serves us and what we didn't want to bring into 2026. Last week, Chris Ferraro did an amazing tapping workshop about letting go. We know that letting go is an essential part of our spiritual practice. And it is absolutely necessary to receive, to let go. It's absolutely necessary. And this is how we bring the law of circulation into practice, to know we're worthy and to participate in it by creating space. So what does that mean? How do you do that? Well, like I said, it could be giving away. It could be, emptying your closet of all the things you don't wear and donating them. It can be writing a check, but it doesn't always have to be financial. We suggest, as a teaching, we suggest that if you want abundance in your life, that you tithe, or that you give in a way that brings back to you, that shows you that you trust the universe will provide. So I'm going to tell you a little story. So, of course, I'm always going to tell you a little story. So, on Black Friday, who shopped on Black Friday? Okay. All right, well, anyway. So, on Black Friday, some of you might know, I visit my old landlady who's alone and in a nursing home. And I go to visit her regularly. And I asked her, what is it I can bring you? What do you need? She said, well, if you have an old tablet, like I really, my tablet's broken and it's like the only way I can get into my email and stuff. So I tried to empty my tablet and I was like, I just couldn't do it. So I said, you know what, Black Friday, I'm gonna splurge and get her, a new tablet. And then, this voice in my head goes, Lori, can you really afford to do that? You need a tablet, but I just said, okay, Lori, what is it you believe? I believe that as I give, so I receive. So on Black Friday, the only thing I bought on Black Friday was a tablet for her. And let me tell you, when I brought her that tablet, the joy that I received from seeing her, from seeing how she's been using it every time I go back to visit her, just makes it, beyond the financial value. But also, let me tell you, that giving, that financial outlay has come back to me multiplied abundantly. So shortly thereafter, after I decided to spend this money and give this tablet, I found out from my job that I was getting a year-end bonus. Now, I'm a part-time employee, and I did not think I was even eligible for a year-end bonus. I didn't expect it. I had no idea. And all of a sudden, and let me tell you, the timing was got a bonus in my bank account. I was like, now, so here's the thing. Now, you could be a doubter and say, oh, well, that would have happened anyway. I don't believe that. I choose, and this is right in this teaching, we are always at a point of choice. We get to choose what we believe, what we connect, what we see, what we focus on. So I focus on the fact that as I gave, so it returned to me multiplied abundantly. And it was like I'm telling you, the timing was amazing. So I know that's the truth. This is what I believe, and it is confirmed for me in reality. It is confirmed for me. So I know that this is a law that happens. This is a law that is true and that I have experience with. Reverend Frankie used to always say, when I write a check, I write thank you on it. When I pay a bill, I write thank you on it. One of the ways that you can prosper and create abundance is to bless everything that you put out. So do you pay your bills, begrudgingly, or do you pay them with gratitude? With gratitude that you have the opportunity, that you've had the services, that your credit card, you got to use your credit card even though now you have to pay the bill. Do you bless what you give and so that you can receive? Or do you have like, oh, I hate that I have to do this. That energy does not flow back to you with abundance. What you put out in faith, and with grace, we're talking about giving with grace, right? When you put it out with faith and with grace and with trust, it comes back to you as good. If you put it forth with that energy, like I said, when I would share my last bag of dope, with that energy of just oh, I have to do this because, I'm worthless if I don't. That comes back to you, right? So what do you want? What do you want to receive? That's the energy. It's that emotion, that feeling that gives power to everything. You get to choose. You get to choose what you focus on. You get to choose whether you bless what happens to you or whether you don't. You get to choose whether you let go and create space for something new, whether you allow the Spirit to bring you more blessings by letting go, whether you choose to be a channel and trust in that abundant flow that is always happening, or if you're gonna hold on tight to everything and stay stuck. That's stagnant energy. That is not the flow. And that's resistance. And what is it we say? What you resist persists, right? So if you want to be a channel, if you want to be in the flow, you have to let go. It's part of the whole thing, right? So I'm gonna do this. So I have another image. Come on, Grace, and help me. So the image is the hula hoop represents the circular nature of giving and receiving. The fact that it's seamless, you see that, right? There's no place where it goes out. Giving turns into receiving, receiving turns into giving, but guess what? No, I'm not very good at this, but if you want to activate it, you have to take an action. So, I have a few up here, but everybody wants to cup dry. So the idea being that we participate in the law. We trust and believe that we will be taken care of. I love Michael Beckwith. Michael Beckwith always says, all my needs are met. Let me tell you, all my needs are met. Now, I mean, it's a little easier for me because I don't have a family, I don't have a home, I rent a room, it's like, a house. A lot of, I don't have a lot of the complications that I know a lot of you have. But all my needs are met because I live simply. I'm grateful for what I have. And I bless everything around me. Some of you know my little blue Volkswagen, right? It's a 2007, it has some issues, but every day I get in it and I bless it. And I say, thank you. Thank you for the freedom you give me to drive. And I know that at some point it's gonna break down, but I trust that at that point, someone is going to have a connection with someone who has a car that needs to be sold, that's just the right car for me, at just the right price, because I am in that flow. I'm not saying that I'm not saving a little money for that inevitable day. I am. I'm not telling you that you can sit on the sidelines and not do anything. I'm saying that when you participate with faith, with trust, and by being willing to take an action and share what you have, it has to come back to you. That is simply the law. It's about the habits you have around money, how you think about it. And it's not just about money, right? It's about everything. The law of circulation. If you want friends, be a friend. If you want to enjoy food, feed a neighbor. If you want to be heard, listen to someone else. It's everything. It's an energy that affects every aspect of your life. And you get to make that choice. You get to choose whether you participate or whether you stay stuck on the side. We get to be in that channel. We get to be that channel and be in that flow. And we do that by taking an action. So I'm going to ask you, today we're having social hour. It's potluck. How many people brought something for potluck? Wow, lots of hands. Okay, awesome. So that's a way that you can participate, right? Next week's potluck too, just saying. So that's a way to participate in the law of circulation. You bring, you share, you give. And then you receive. Let me tell you, I've been coming here for a long time. We've had social hours that have been amazing feasts, and we have had social hours where we have made do with the boxes of crackers and cookies that are left in the pantry. And both, no matter what, we have enough. No matter what, because we are there sharing as a community, because we are in the flow, because we are allowing it to be a blessing, and we are blessing everything that comes to us, no matter how much there is or how little there is, it is enough. And what a great place to live from, right? To be grateful for what you have, to know you have enough, and to share, to give, to bless others. Because when you bless others, you inevitably bless yourself. It has to be that way. It comes back to that all the time. As you reap, so you sow, right? That's what they say in the Bible. Okay, I have another quote here that I just want to use because I love the quote. The law of circulation means value multiplies when it moves. So if you're hoarding, right, if you're clinging, if you're gathering and just leaving it stuck, it's not multiplying. So this is the rest of the quote. The law of circulation means value multiplies when it moves. Give cleanly, which means without expectation, right? Give consistently and within capacity. I would even say maybe outside capacity a little to trust in a greater good, but money, attention, time, and he says introductions, probably because this is from a success kind of model. Each act widens the channels through which money, opportunities, and goodwill returns. Each act widens the channel. And what do we want to be but the widest channel, right? Open at the top. That's the theme of the year. Open at the top. Participating in the law. This is our opportunity to do just that. So what is mine to do? Here comes the question. What is mine to do? Was it mine to do to buy her a tablet? Yes, I feel like it was. What is yours to do? Look out at your life and say, what is mine to do? What is mine to give? What do I have from a place of deep self-worth and a deep place of faith that whatever I give returns to me abundantly? How can I participate in that law so that I can receive my good? Because what we believe here is that the universe is always giving. It is an energy of giving, but we have to receive. And how many people struggle with receiving? Okay, here's another side to it, right? You have to receive with grace, receive with openness, receive from a place of knowing you're worthy to receive. How many people say, oh, thanks, but you shouldn't have? Or, oh, thanks, but that's nothing, like always like trying to, what about just thank you, right? When somebody pays you a compliment, thank you. When somebody gives you something, thank you. It's a complete sentence. There's no qualification needed, right? And that too is the grace of giving and receiving. Being able to receive, because I've said this here before, you have to receive for somebody else to be able to give. Because you can't give if everybody's not receiving. Where is the giving going, right? Even though it's a circular energy, it needs flow. And so you need to be able to receive as gracefully and as generously and as joyfully and as gratefully as you give. It's all one, right? The hula hoop thing. It's all one energy. And we need to be on both sides of it. We need to give and receive and know that our good is assured. You with me?
Yep.
All right, so you're going to take one little action this week to show the law, to prove that you are worthy to receive your good. Everybody willing to do one thing? Whatever it is for you, just make a plan and do it. And now, Grayson is going to come up and bless us with Don't Forget to Love, an original song.
All right, thank you, Lori. That was beautiful, and I loved our hula hoop section.
And there's hula hoops up here if anybody wants to come play with one after.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I haven't done it in years. So, as I'm getting ready, I actually was thinking, because in the song I'm about to sing, it's called Don't Forget to Love, but I also repeat the word forgive a lot. And I kept hearing Lori repeat the word give, so I looked up the etymology of the word forgive. From Old English forgifan, give, grant, allow, remit, a debt, pardon, an offense. Also give up. And from for, here probably completely, and to give or receive. So the sense of to give up, desire, or power to punish. Also pardon, forgiving. Mm-hmm. So in a sense, when you forgive someone, you're giving them something. You're giving up something on your end and giving the other person something. So that's just something to keep in mind for this song.
Are you upset? Won't you join me? Let's all gather round. Just take a moment and listen to the sound. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive, let live, and don't forget to love. Forgive, let live, and don't forget to love. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive yourself, know that we are one. Can't stay mad, 'cause anger weighs a ton. Giving is receiving, and forgiveness is a gift. Let us rejoice, 'cause we all could use a lift. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Forgive, let live, and don't forget to love. Forgive, let live, and don't forget to love. Forgive, let live, and don't forget to love. Forgive, forgive, forgive.
How beautiful is that? And what a great reminder of the law of circulation, for as you forgive, you are forgiven, right? That's another biblical thing, and that is the truth. So thank you, Grayson. That was very lovely. So now, I'm going to lead you in a little meditation, of course. No poem today, a meditation. So I invite you all to close your eyes, if you're comfortable doing so. If not, just simply lower your gaze. Grayson, actually, would you strum a little bit during the meditation? That would be lovely. Thank you.
Should I leave it unplugged?
Yeah, just please think that would be great. So, simply settling into your body, right where it is, right here, right now. Feel your seat on the chair. Feel your feet on the ground. Just take a slow breath in and out. Again, breathing in and out. And as your breath finds its natural rhythm, bring your awareness to that place within you that knows the truth. That place of inner divinity. That place that is willing to be a channel. Breathing in to the flow and breathing out into the flow. Your breath is a perfect example of the flow, of the circulation, the law of circulation. You inhale and you exhale in a continuous cycle. If you inhale and hold your breath, you will pass out. But as you exhale, you create space for the next inhale. This is the law of circulation. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing the rhythm and the circular nature. And now as you breathe in, gently say in the back of your mind, I receive. And as you breathe out, I give. Breathing in, I receive. And breathing out, I give. Spend a few breaths here, repeating that to yourself. Really envision the flow. Receiving and giving with each breath. And now notice if there's anything in the way. Is there anything that feels like it's blocking you somewhat from either receiving or from giving easily and joyfully and gratefully? Bring your awareness to that. Maybe it's an old resentment or a fear of lack. What is it? And maybe there's nothing. Maybe you're totally in the flow. That's all good. Just bringing your awareness to whatever it is for you, affirming the flow with each breath. In and out. Receiving and giving. One with the channel. One with the flow. And when you're really there, notice now how this feels in your body. How does it feel in your body to be willing to receive totally from a place of worthiness and faith and trust in abundance, and to give with that same energy? I know for me, it brings a peace and an excitement, a calm and a joy. Focusing on my breath and my willingness and my receptivity brings me into greater flow and into greater understanding of the oneness of all life. The unity that we espouse is present right here, right now. Breathing in, I receive. And breathing out, I give. joyfully, abundantly, gratefully, without reservation. I trust in the flow. And I am willing to participate and to prove my willingness by one small action. And so on your next breath, just bring to mind, what is that action? How are you going to move your hula hoop this week? And commit. Say to yourself, I am going to participate by whatever it is for you. Just allow that to sink in. And then take one more deep breath. Receiving, and one deep exhale. Giving. And then, gently and slowly, you can open your eyes and return your attention back to the room. Back to the flow. And since all we've been talking about is the law of circulation, it is now time for our conscious giving. I'm going to pass the basket. There's also Venmo and a PayPal code up there. You can hit the donate button on the website, on our webpage, which is what I do. But remember, as we give, so we receive. And we give to those places that fill our cup. We give to this center because it fills us and supports us, right? And uplifts us. And we want to participate in the continuance and in the thriving community that we are blessed to be a part of. And so, I'm going to ask you to repeat an affirmation with me. My gift goes forth. My gift goes forth. To bless and prosper. To bless and prosper. I am a channel. I am a channel of good and greater good. Of good and greater good. I am willing to receive. I am willing to receive. Because I give generously. Because I give generously. And I know that it multiplies and returns to me abundantly. And so it is. And so it is. Okay, so now I have a bunch of announcements. And then I'll do a closing treatment, and then Grayson's coming back up to grace us with another original song. So we have a discovery class next Sunday after service from 1 to 2:30. It is, if you are not a member, it is necessary to become a member. If you are a member, it's a great refresher about what we actually believe and what we stand for and what the center's about. So please sign up in the back so Reverend Janice knows how many people to expect. We already have a few people, so it's definitely happening. It's from 1 to 2:30. We have a community gathering coming up on February 8th. This is where we're going to talk about the surveys that we all filled out and what the community wants and needs, and we need all of your voices to participate. So please plan on coming for that. Oh, we have Science of Mind magazines in the back. Oh, you know, I have mine right here with, I didn't get to it, but, so if you want that, it's $11.95. There's nickels in the thing to take for change. Please get one. I always say, I've said this before, if you invest in a Science of Mind magazine and you find out that it does not help you, I will reimburse you because I believe in it so strongly. It is such a part of my daily practice, and I can't believe that it won't help you. So take me up on that. It's a challenge. If you get one and you say, Lori, this does nothing for me, I'll give you the money back. Okay. Marketing team volunteers needed. Please join our marketing team. Contact Lynn Forrest. There's a flyer in the back. And we just had our healing circle. That was just Friday night, and it was lovely. Gail Baluardo leads a healing circle first Friday of every month, and it was fantastic. I hope that you will all come to the next one. Also, I don't have a flyer for it, but we have a movie night coming up. I was counting on Lynn to tell me the details, but she's not here. So does anybody know them offhand? Okay, check out our website. It's in the Constant Contact newsletter. It's on the website. There is no flyer for it yet, but we have a movie night coming up that's going to be over in Shiela Hall at Brookside. It's a joint thing with Brookside. We're doing a black and white movie. I think it's Catherine Hepburn, yeah, it's a Catherine Hepburn movie. Is it the Adam's Rib? Or, I can't remember which one it is. But anyway, it's going to be awesome. Come participate. Come be a member of the community. Yes, Deborah, you have it?
I think so. Winter Movie Festival, 1:30, January 30th. His Girl Friday with Cary Grant.
His Girl Friday. Oh, it's Cary Grant and Catherine Hepburn. Okay, there you go. So it's the 31st. So check it out. So that's it for the announcements. I hope we have a potluck social hour. I am trusting that it's abundantly going to feed us all, whatever it is. I saw a lot of people raise their hands, so I invite you all to join us for social hour. Come back next week. It is going to be Reverend Karen Kushner speaking, music with Andrew Dunn, and like I said, it's going to be potluck social hour, so again, you get a chance to participate. And now we are going to do a closing treatment, and then Grayson will be up with the song. So I invite you to close your eyes again. So from this place of joyous celebration and oneness, from this consciousness of giving and receiving, from this consciousness of knowing that all needs are met, that we are provided for by Spirit, that as we participate in this law, it demonstrates in our lives, individually, as a community, and as a society. We participate for our good and greater good. I am grateful to affirm that for everyone listening, for everyone here. I am grateful to hold this vision of the channel of good that I am, that we all are. And I affirm that this community is just a wider channel of good and greater good. That this community gives and receives in absolute gratitude and faith, in absolute joy and generosity. We are one. We believe in the universal good, and we are open to receive. We send forth everything with blessings. We forgive what needs to be forgiven so that we can be forgiven. We believe in the one power, all of the beautiful music, all of the ways that we show up for one another. We are grateful. And so with deep gratitude for this teaching, for this community, for this opportunity to speak with you today, and for the oneness of the universal good that is ever expressing in our lives, I simply say thank you. And I release this word into universal law, that same law that is always operating, that is definite law, that responds to us as we believe. And so, I simply let it go with deep faith. And I invite you all to join me in saying, and so it is.
All right. So this song is one of the first songs, if not the first actual full song I ever wrote. And it's just, I was sitting outside on a sunny day writing it, and I was feeling pretty good at the time, and I was feeling like everything that I need is coming to me, and everything that I don't need is going away from me. So called Everything I Need to Know. And I also wanted to preface this by touching quickly on what Lori said earlier, that this is, a difficult time for a lot of people, and I don't want to feel like I'm, how do they call it? Toxic positivity, spiritual bypassing any of it by playing and singing happy tunes, but I also want to acknowledge that there's no guilt for feeling good despite bad times. We're allowed to feel good. We should be putting out the energy we want to receive, so while we can feel our emotions and go through these things and have empathy and sympathy for other people, it's also important that we take care of ourselves. So that's just something I wanted to mention. Woke up this morning to a sunny day. Look up at the skies and they're no longer gray. When I went to school, I didn't learn too much, but everything I need to know is coming down from the sun. Everything I need to know is coming down from above. Everything I need to know is coming down from the sun. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. All we've got is today, so why not celebrate it? Napping with some friends and maybe writing a song with your new pen. Whatever it is that brings you joy, just know it's all given to you, for you, to you, for you. Everything I need to know is coming down from above. Everything I need to know is shining down from the sun. Lemonade in the daytime, ice cold is what I need, and maybe Corona with a little lime, but we'll save that for the night time. All I wanted was to be free. Now that's all that I can be. Every day is a good day, 'cause life's a beautiful bouquet of your favorite flowers. Just gotta take back what's ours. Everything I need to know is coming down from above. Everything I need to know is coming down from the sun. Everything I need to know is coming down from above. Everything I need to know is coming down from the sun. Coming down from the sun. Everything I need to know is everything I need to know. Everything I need to know is coming down from the sun.
Thank you, Grayson. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I invite you all to social hour. I am always available for Treatment Express after service, and I have some hula hoops. If anybody wants to come up and play with one and demonstrate their willingness to activate the law of circulation in their life, please feel free. Hope to see you all next week.
I know, where'd you get